ABC Grandstand Digital. Francis Leach.
This one's played forward. Chance here again for Scott. Vanna, bicycle kick, score! Oh, Lord, what a goal! Lisa to Vanna, bicycle kick.
Great technique there, turning her back, putting it in the far corner. Very difficult to do. That's why she's one of the best players, if not the best attacking player in this league for plays like that.
Lisa Vanna doing what she does best with a stunning goal on her American journey recently, and the Matilda and W-League star is back in action for Melbourne Victory this year as the W-League gets underway this weekend, the first round of games, and Lisa's been good enough to get up on a Monday morning to join us in the studio, along with teammate Ashley Brown. Both Matildas here. Busy campaign come out for them because they've also got a date with China in Sydney for the national team in just a little while too. G'day, Lisa. Welcome to Grandstand. How you going?
I'm good. How about you?
Not too bad. Ash, welcome in.
Thank you.
Tell us about that goal we just enjoyed the most. It's a YouTube sensation, that one. Where did you score that one?
I scored it when I was playing for my club team, Sky Blue. The reaction I got from it, it's amazing. I didn't, when you score a goal like that, and obviously I'm surprised that actually someone had a camera to record it. But at the time when I scored that goal, all I remember is just everything being slow motion, and then
the ball set up nicely. Yeah,
it was a great pass. It was actually a great build up. You don't really see the build up from the start, but the actual build up was actually really good. But give credit to Katie, my teammate, that actually flicked it into space, and I just actually ran onto it. And obviously I'm a pretty quick player, so as I was running towards the ball, I just realised, I just ran past the ball. So I've just actually turned my body and just jumped and thought I'm just going to bike this, and everything just felt so slow. But as it came off my foot, I know I've done something magic, because just the people's face reaction as I got up was like shocked. It was just like I haven't seen anything like it before.
Did you get reaction from all around the world?
Oh yeah, it was crazy. Especially after the game, they'd gone, that this is just hit the YouTube and it's just gone absolutely crazy. And I'm like, oh, okay, I'm not really into those type of things, but it was just amazing that actually the recognition of an Aussie player doing something like that overseas and making headlines all around the world, and obviously for the sport, for women's sport. So it was actually a great experience and an awesome.
That's a great goal. You can check it out. Just put Lisa's name into YouTube. It's the first thing that pops up. It's one of the goals of the year. Was that last year that you scored that one, or was it earlier this year?
It was in May.
In May of this year. Feels like a long time ago, but it wasn't. And I guess all the teammates actually would have been watching on as well and texting each other going, check this out.
Absolutely. My Twitter just exploded. It was going nuts.
How's your preparation been for this campaign, this upcoming W-League campaign?
It's been good for me. It's all been rehab. I've been coming back from a 12-month ACL injury, which I did in the second round last season. So it's been a tough couple months, but I'm almost there.
Yeah, that must be incredibly dispiriting. I mean, professional athletes who are in a full-time environment, that's okay in a way, because they can just focus on their recovery and all the treatment that comes with it. But if you're a part-time athlete, although you're trying to play at an elite level, you've got other commitments and other demands on you. Recovering from an injury like that is not easy.
Yeah, it's something no player ever wants to hear after they've had an MRI, but unfortunately that's what happened to me. So I don't know, it's part of being in sport, part of soccer, so I just took it under my stride, and I've done lots of rehab to get back to where I am, and of course I've had to go to uni as well. It's not just soccer for me, so but it's what we do, and I love it, so it's worth it for me.
And you made your debut for the Matildas earlier this year?
Against New Zealand last year, so that was unbelievable, and so it was really disappointing doing my ACL just after I'd started with the Matildas, but hopefully I've been working hard and I'll be able to get back into the squad.
With the Matildas, you've got a couple of games coming up soon as well, Lisa, against the Chinese in Sydney.
Yeah, we've got a two-match game. One game, I think, on the 24th in Wollongong, and then on the 27th in Parramatta. So that's awesome, because that's, obviously we're coming into our preparation for the World Cup qualifiers in May. So to play, obviously being part of Asia, to have to play China twice is a good thing at the moment.
Pretty tough, wasn't it, the last World Cup in Germany? But it was such a great experience. It was great to watch. It must have been amazing to be part of.
It was probably a bit different for me, because that was my second World Cup. Going back to 2007 and going to a quarter-final, I've always been someone that wants to do something, take it a step further. So, it's great for the young girls to experience that. But for me, I was a little bit more disappointed, because I wanted to, like as you do when you go into a tournament, to go as further as you can. So, it was a great experience, but a different one for me. But
and if memory serves me right, it was, you were probably seeing this too, actually, the most bizarre refereeing decision of all time was in one of the games you were playing in when one of the, which country was it against? One of the African countries? Equatorial Guinea. One of your opponents caught the ball in front of the goalkeeper and threw it back to her and was not given a handball decision.
Yeah, I couldn't believe it because I was on the bench at the time.
You were thinking, did I just really see that?
Exactly. That's what I'm like. What the hell's just happened?
She just caught the ball.
Caught the ball, and the referee I think the referee was in shock for herself, and she just pretended like everyone else, and that didn't really happen. But, obviously in that situation, you got to, as a referee, you got to give out a card, or you got to give out that penalty. You got to punish the person. She actually marked the ball.
It wasn't just handball.
It
was handsball. It was both hands. One of the more remarkable things you'll ever see. The W-League season's about to start, actually. The standard of the competition's increasing all the time. We're seeing more and more young Australian players. Lisa's been playing pro in the States, but also the college system's become a real important sort of farm system now for Australian footballers. So you can play well in the W-League and maybe pick up a scholarship and play in the United States and keep involved in the game.
Exactly, and it helps that a lot of the overseas players, some of the best players from overseas, are coming to the W-League, which has been incredible for us. So we've had heaps of signings, and the standard has improved massively from when W-League kicked off.
So who's coming across? Are you guys from the girls, I should say, from the United States and elsewhere?
We've got Jess Fishlock coming back, who was our star player last year, absolutely unbelievable. So I can't wait to play with her. We've got Katie Hoyle and Jessica Samuelson as well.
And this is with Melbourne Victory?
This is with Melbourne Victory, yeah.
Who's the coach with Melbourne Victory this year, Liz?
David Emmon.
Okay, and in terms of the squad, we're talking about Ashley's demands there. She's having to study and to play as well. The guys get to be full-time professionals. How difficult is it? Because you are searching for that elite level. It's not like you're training any less or demanding any less of yourselves. How difficult is it to actually juggle everything and make it happen?
Well, for me, obviously I play overseas, so it is pretty much professional for me. It's no different to back home, like obviously they have to go to school or they have to get a job. So it's all, it's sort of pays itself out in a way that, it's still intense on the body to do all these things. But, give credit to the girls that actually come out to train and, like on a full scholarship or a full contract to go out and, play for their, club teams and, help us out by, coming to training. So it's not as easy for some, but to play professionally overseas, you're definitely in the right track of, the way that the men's do it.
And in terms of the standard and whether it's changed or improved with the players playing in the United States as well, this is an interesting one for you. The style of football, is it very different in the W-League relative to what you've experienced in the US in the Pro League?
Yeah, it is different, but that's because of resources, I think. Yeah. I think it can be a lot better, but like I said, with the US, it's they've got the best players in the world playing there, so the standards of the competitions are obviously going to be a lot more intense and a lot more higher. But to be honest, it's getting so much better in Australia. Like this year, I'm guaranteed that the season, there's no guarantee. Like you've always got favourites, but it's not always the Brisbanes or the Sydneys that have the Matildas players. It's anyone's luck at the moment. So, and that's what you want in a competition. You want a team, an underdog team to compete with the top team. So it's going to be a really good season this year.
Now, your first game is against Sydney FC, the team that Melbourne Victory played in last year's grand final, Ash.
Yeah, absolutely. It's going to be a great rematch. Both teams are going to be strong. We haven't got our full squad in yet. Not all our internationals arrive for the first game, so it'll be a good hit out for a lot of the younger girls as well who will get a go.
And how are you feeling? A bit nervous about the first hit out?
I won't be playing in it, unfortunately, still recovering, but for me, the first game will be the third round, but I'm still nervous for us going into the first game, but I have a lot of confidence in the team.
We wish you all the very best. So the first game of the actual W-League competition is the Newcastle Jets hosting Perth on Saturday afternoon at the Hunter Stadium. Brisbane and Canberra the next up on Saturday evening. In fact, that's actually concurrent. That's a Saturday afternoon fixture as well. Western Sydney Wanderers have their team in the competition against Adelaide on Sunday afternoon, and in Melbourne Victory and Sydney FC, the final fixture of the first round this Sunday at 3 p.m. At which venue are you playing at for this opening game? Are you at Amy Park?
I think we're at Lakeside.
Lakeside, beautiful Lakeside Oval down there at South Melbourne at Albert Park. All the very best. Thanks for coming in and have a great season ahead. And good luck against the Chinese in a couple of weeks' time.
Yeah, it's going to be a very, very good game.
Lisa Vanna and Ashley Brown, two of the W-League stars with the Melbourne Victory. Their campaign kicks off this weekend as the W-League rolls into town.